Let's get it. 20 people in here right now. I'm just gonna wait for more people to load in. Probably give it 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes. We could start around like 4:15. 20 people in here right now. I'm just gonna wait for more people to load in. Probably give it 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes. We could start around like 4:15. 20 people in here right now. I'm just gonna wait for more people to load in. Alright, I'm just getting my setup here. Full feature chart. Okay, let's see here. So we'll need /ESU. That's not it. There we go. And we gapped up. Wow. We closed here and we're up here now. Okay. I'm gonna just give it a little bit more and then we'll start soon. We'll give it, let's see here. I'll give it another 5 minutes or so. Until 4:15. Okay, let's see here. Consolidation right there so far. Futures though. Nice little gap there. You guys are funny. Yeah, I know I'm being quiet right now. I know. Just 5 more minutes and we'll start at 4:15. Alright, so what I want you guys to do for now, for the ones that are in here, just start listing stocks that you want me to look at, and I'll start looking at them. Just list them here so I have something to go off to start. For those of you who are new to the stream, the left tab right, or the left chart right here is futures. This is the S&P 500 future. So we see here that we ran up on Friday and then we just opened up at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we had a nice gap up actually. We're up 16 points. Or in other terms, SPY is at 319 right now. Penn, Snap, Neo, Wayfair, Bank of America, Microsoft, Apple, Wayfair again, Apple, Apple. Alrighty. VIX. Oh, SVXY. No, this ain't Cyrus. This ain't Cyrus. Tesla boys. Ah, Tesla. VIX again. Okay, let's see here. 412. We'll give it another 3 minutes. LMND. Never heard of that. Let me just see what is this company. LMND. Lemonade. Huh. Okay. Should I let's see here. Put on my copyright free lo-fi real quick. And on that note, we'll start Sunday Stock Talk. So welcome to everyone who's in here right now. My name is Kyle. I'm one of your analysts that we have here, and co-founder of Stop Stocks as well. So what we're looking at for all you new members, like I said earlier, is we have ES futures right here. So right here is a S&P 500 future. And we see here that from here to here, this is all Friday. So we see here that we had a nice run up that happened, bounced off these support levels that we had here, and we just kind of ran up all day Friday. And then today at 6 o'clock, like I said earlier, we opened here, we gapped up nicely, and like I said, we're up 16 points on the day so far. So look for a nice gap up all around. We'll look at SPY as well too. So you see here, just to kind of show y'all. So here's Friday on SPY, here's Friday on the S&P 500. For those of you who don't know, SPY is the ETF for the S&P 500, so that's why they look like that. But here, just to do a little analysis, delete these. There we go. Okay, so now we have a clear depiction of SPY right here. So we see here that this is back in June 8th right here, this area right here. We gapped up pretty high. I'm trying to think, what was this, 4th to the 5th, 6th, 7th. Okay, yeah. So we gapped up pretty high on a Monday here on June 8th, June 9th. We came down here to retest this level here. We found a clear support as well. You can see a clear bounce occur here. So we know that this 299 300 level is a strong support level for sure here, as we can tell here on the daily chart. And then we see a nice pump happen right off the support lines, hold these support levels as well as we went up. And then we started getting into this area here for this week, or last week, where consolidation kind of happened a bit. Like we were going up and down, up and down. We didn't know where we wanted really. So let's see here. What is this? For second 6. Here we go. Okay, yeah. So here was Monday of last week, and this is all we moved. So we opened here, and we closed the week here. What is this? 316, 37, 3. So we only moved up like 1 point, 10 points on futures altogether for the week, which definitely shows that there's uncertainty going on. But due to the fact that futures gapped up, we're back up to these levels here. So as you see, like I said earlier, you read this as SPY 319. You just kind of erase the last number there, and that's how you get your SPY level, or your SPY number. So 319 we'll say. We should be opening up around this level here, right into this range that we were in at one point. Now, what I do want to look out for is that this is July. This is earnings season. This is where Netflix, Apple, Amazon, who else? Netflix, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, UPS, FedEx, I think as well. All the big name company, a lot of big name companies have earnings these next 2 weeks. So that's going to play a huge role as well because these earnings numbers that they're supposed to give out are from COVID times. And from earnings that happened during COVID, they gave no guidance. There was no guidance given at all for any of the earnings. So that right there kind of already gave uncertainty coming into this earnings as well. So I'm going to see this week as kind of choppy, very choppy, kind of like this again actually. But what I would see though is that if the earnings are bad, the reports are bad, we could see a stagnant here a little bit until one of the major companies has their earnings first. And then depending how they'll do, we may go back down to these levels here from last week's range. And we may stay here a bit. And then as the more and more earnings come out, if they're worse and worse and worse, we're going to start to kind of see a slight decline this way. Kind of like this. Where is it? We're going to kind of just go down like this. So like we'll go up here. We'll probably go up here for a bit. Kind of stagnant in this area here. And then we'll drop down to about here, I'm going to say, if earnings are bad. If earnings are bad, we're going back here. If they're very bad, we are going back here. I say we're going back here. If this is how earnings play out and they're very bad, we're going to go back here. And then we'll probably stay in this level again for quite a while until the next earnings season occurs. So that's my overall outlook on SPY for this week and the kind of the remainder of the month going forward. So now it's time for me to look at the stocks you guys posted. Let's see here. Alright, so I did see Apple. Apple was one of the first ones, so we'll do Apple. Alrighty, Apple here. Here's your daily chart. We can see that on Friday we closed lower than we did, or we closed lower than we opened on Thursday. So it shows that there's some type of resistance going on right here that we can look out for. I'm kind of paying attention to futures here too. We can kind of see them start declining a little bit if we don't catch support here. But yeah, so Apple. We see here that there's a clear resistance showing right here as well. Right here. This is your daily chart. You have your uptrend though, however. Just kind of trying something like that, yeah. That works. And we'll just draw another one. Something like that. So then we have something that looks like this now. We see here that there's a clear resistance showing on the daily chart there. Let's look at our 5-minute chart. So we see here that there's some stagnant movement going on right here, where we just kind of go up and down, but then towards where we catch movement towards the end of the day, we kind of move upwards here. But notice how we're kind of just stuck at this level again. And there's that high that I was telling you guys about earlier on the daily chart. It's right here, and it actually happened in pre-market times too. So, or just right before open, you see here how right at open we fell hard. This is a what, 385 to 382 drop. So if we get to this range again, look for a potential play to go downward on the downside momentum, especially like I said with everything going on. Investors and whatnot, they're gonna take earnings into huge considerations this coming week as well. So if you see something above here, kind of lean towards the bearish side a bit and look for, let's see here, if we go to 385 and we break down, look for 382. If we don't go all the way back to 382, look for 383. From 385 to 383 area, look for that for puts. But if we can manage to break this level with volume, then we can look to reach, I mean, Apple's forming new highs, so if we break that level, we're just going to new highs, and I can see Apple going to 390, 390 honestly, 390 before it finally has to kind of start like consolidating until their earnings season. Actually, when is their? Yeah, like okay, so their earnings is July 30th. So that's actually something as well to look out for. So if we reach the 400 level, we're probably most likely going to stagnate, but I don't see Apple jumping $17 this week, to be honest. At least it may jump like a good $8, I would say, for sure. But yeah, look for those levels that I said earlier. And let's see. Let's see, what else did I see? Oh yeah, Wayfair. Let's look at Wayfair. The good old child trafficking company, huh? Yeah, the good child trafficking company. No, I'm just kidding. But no, those are the huge conspiracy theories that are going around with Wayfair right now. So there's no clear news showing right here in the newsfeed for any of that nonsense or whatever. So honestly, Wayfair is just gonna be fine. Like conspiracy theories like that don't affect the stock market really, unless a major source puts it out there. And the only person who put it out there was some Reddit user who discovered all of this stuff. So take what he said into very light consideration with the stock. Don't think it's gonna drop heavy or anything like that until major news comes out about that. But just from a technical standpoint, looking here, there's a clear consolidation going on here. This is the 5 minute, by the way. But we see clear consolidation going on at this level here. There we go. And then we have clear support around this area, we'll say. From there to there. And then where else can we say here? There's a resistance here showing. So let's draw our horizontal right here. I'll say right about there. Yep, right there. We got one more over here. You can see head and shoulders pattern forming right here, kind of. You got your shoulder, your head, your shoulder dropped. But let's see here. We can do next one right here. At this level, because you see it right there. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let me see now. It's daily chart. Futures are dropping just a tad. Oh yeah. On the daily chart too, you see the clear consolidation that's going on right there. And it kind of gapped up big when, so it gapped up nicely on its earnings, had positive earnings reports. See here, August 4th is its earnings too. That's still kind of a ways, so you don't gotta worry about earnings too much for this stock. But you see clear consolidation going on right here. And if we break below this, what is this level? Like this 220 level here that I just drew here. If we break below that, look for puts to like 212. And then if we break 212, look for 195. Look for 201 to 195. If we break this 220, 218 support here. Now, if we break the resistance, this 230.15, we can, let's see here. If we break that level again, we're going to be forming new highs. So, on that note, we would probably extend all the way up to about 235, I'd say. Around 235. If we gapped up from 230 for Wayfair. Let's see here, what else? Let's see here, Tesla. Okay, Tesla. Yeah, you can already. Many of you guys know my thing with Tesla already, so all I'm gonna say is Tesla to 1,000. It's gonna have a major ejection level here, and it's gonna hit 1,000 again. Watch. It's earnings as well. It has earnings July 22nd. When is July 22nd? July 22nd in 10 days. So they got earnings in 10 days. Let's see what happens. I'm expecting a drop. I'm expecting Tesla to go back down 1,000. I don't see it holding up here anymore. It can't do it. There's no way. But I mean, you can see here that there is clear consolidation going on with resistance at this level. And then we just blew straight through it on Friday. We just ran straight through that resistance on Friday. But let's see on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute chart, we can look at this. So we see a clear support showing at this level here, the 1406.44, where I actually had an alert for puts, but it didn't trigger. So it just kind of stood there for a bit. We broke this level here and it ran. Just ran straight through. But then let's see here. So if we were to drop down at open for Tesla, look for it to try and catch support in like this level here. Because if it doesn't catch support here, it'll either catch support here. And if it doesn't do that, like I said, we're going back down to here. And if we can't catch support here, we're going back down to here. Because if we're breaking this level here, then the bears are taking it down to here. And if the bears are taking it down to here, they're taking it down to here. So that's what I'm saying with Tesla, especially with its earnings coming up in less than 2 weeks. Let's see. What else should I look at? I saw people say VIX. So, okay. So here's why I'm in VIX. VIX is the inverse to SPY. Let me just pull up SPY for you. And let's just take a nice look. We see that SPY is right here, and the VIX is over here. So look at that. Let me see if there's a way I can flip them actually. Let's see here. I should be able to invert it. Let's see. Settings. Can I invert it? I swear you can flip it upside down. I guess not. Okay. So anyways, I was going to show you. You can clearly tell how this is the inverse of SPY just by looking at it. So as I was telling you guys earlier, I feel like the earnings are going to cause SPY to drop. So if SPY drops, VIX is going to shoot up. It's not going to shoot up like crazy, but it's going to move upwards in like a gradual and consistent pace. And so that's why I have the long August calls out, so we can go through all the earnings for this month. And then I think I got at least a week on the August one. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got the 14s. Let's see. Oh no, I got 21s. Yeah, so we got time to play all the earnings for this month and for the, like, I'd say the first 2 weeks of August, because then on that third week I'm looking to sell out. So we have all that time for all these earnings to play. And basically what I'm looking for is I'm looking for that pump to happen like I was talking about. And if that pump doesn't happen, then I'm probably going to cut around this level here, the 28 level. But 28 level or the 30 level. Around this area I'll probably cut, but other than that I'm holding for the whole month. I'm not going to exit out of the position really. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. I'm looking. Tesla, Pepsi. Alright, let's do Pepsi. I already don't like it. I don't like this. Look at this. It's stagnant. It's super stagnant right here. But it's on the verge of breaking. It had that nice pump up happen right there. So it's on the verge of breaking this consolidation area right here to try and reach these levels here, the 237 level again. But if it doesn't, it should try and catch support around here. Around this level here. This is where you should catch support if it were to drop. If it drops below here, look for this level here, 227. If we drop below 227, look for 225, then from 225 to 221. Now if we break up from 134.75, look for 137, 137.25 to 142. Even to be safe, you could do 139. You could play from 134 to 137 to 139 and then 142. Those would be your levels if you were to play the uptrend and if it breaks up from here. But this is the daily chart that we're looking at, so let's go to the 5. So okay, so we see on the 5-minute chart that we dropped in the after hours. And let's see here. Yeah, I had a consistent uptrend going for a couple of days actually too here. You can see there's one. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then consolidation, higher high, higher low, and then it fell off again. But now look at it, it's starting to create the same trend again here that it was. And let's see here, what else is there? Yeah, there's not much else to look at for Pepsi though. But yeah, look for this level here, because if it does break this 134 level, that's going to be a nice, that could be a nice, let's see, 34, 35, that could be a nice like $3 gain right there. And if you play it up to the next level, you could play it up to here, like I said, 139 and 142. Let's see. What else? What else? Bank of America, I see a lot of. Okay. Let's look at Bank of America. Okay. Well, I already know why you guys are asking about this because it's Jake's play. Jake's play is intended to be for their earnings season because he heard that they're supposed to kill it. And it looks like whatever he heard, a lot of other investors heard too. Because look at this massive volume happen right here as well. And he called it right here. But if we can see here on a technical level, that there was this candle that showed right here for a nice support jump at this level in this consolidation period right here, and then up here we caught support at previous resistance, it looks like. And then let's see here, and then yeah, we shot up. We're at this level now here. If Bank of America can continue in this uptrend, it could possibly see 30 again. If their earnings are very good, it could move up. When is their earnings? The 16th, this Thursday. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. They closed at 23. Okay, so typical earnings move, it looks like. Let's see, 30, 35, 34. Okay, yeah. So typical earnings move looks like to be a dollar move. So whenever Bank of America has earnings happen, it usually moves a dollar or so from what I've been seeing in its previous earnings reports that it's had. It's only been moving around a dollar or so. So you get that nice dollar push up, you're already going to see that at 25. And that's just saying like that you'd already reached 25 before earnings happens. So like I was saying, this play could actually, maybe not 30, 30 is reaching it, but look for like 27 possibly. 27 is a very reasonable number for Bank of America to hit, especially with earnings coming up, and if they do well. And if they do well, like Jake was expecting them to do. Let's see here. Let's see here. I see a lot of BA. I'll do BA. Okay. I actually have saves drawn already for it. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, so we see here on my BA chart, we're looking at the 5-minute. There's a clear support showing at this level here that the fib lines represent. Here, let me just kind of fix this a little bit. It's not off. Kind of bothering me. There we go. That's better. Let me adjust this. There we go. That looks better. There we go. Okay, cool. So we see that clear support bounce happen on Boeing right there, where we jumped $5 on Friday. Broke through the 0.786 level. We're kind of testing the 0.618 level right there. You can see a little rejection happen. If you look at it on a bigger time frame, there's our support right there, like we mentioned. Here's that 0.618 level right here. You can see here. We kind of bounce off it a little bit multiple times, but then we kind of break it here. Bounce off that level, go through the 0.786. We're reaching the 0.618 with the rejection. If we break above this 0.618 level, so what is this? Oh, set an alert. Actually, what level is it? I'll put it a little bit higher, 179.51. Okay. So if we break above this level, this 0.618 level, and we hold, we're going to be looking to go from 179 to 182. And then if we can get past that 182 level there, we're going straight to, what is this one, 185. So this could possibly be a, what is this, 179.50, 980. This could be like a $6 play potentially. And $6 move on Boeing is, it's probably not going to load. Yeah, it's not loading. But like a $6 move on Boeing for an in the money contract is around like 300 bucks. Like 300 bucks or so you're going to make if you catch that $6 move on Boeing. Now, if we look on the downside, if we get that rejection happen at that level there, look for us to go from that 178 level, or sorry, the 179.51 level to 175 again for that move. That'd be a nice move too. And then if we break that 175 level, we look for 169 again. Actually, no. We'll look for 173, 172, 170. Yeah, 173 flat, we'll say. So if we break the 175 level, we'll look for 173. Then 173 will go to 169, 70, 75, 79. Let's see here. NVAX. Novavax. Did they have news that was supposed to come out that was supposed to be really good or something? Let's see here. I don't know. I swear they were supposed to have news or something. I could be wrong. But let's see here. Yeah, they dropped quite a bit. They lost. Let's see here. Okay, they did completely launch right here. Nuts. Holy crap. Yeah, they soared. Okay. I see Novavax being just. This just looks way overpriced. Like, this just looks way too overpriced here. Oh, there's more? Okay, well, that helps. Let's see here then. I'd go farther. Oh, okay, there we go. That's a better chart. Now I got levels to look at. So this is the weekly time frame. Keep in mind, so every candle here represents 1 week. That was the only way I could fit all this in here. So let's just see here. Clear resistance there. I mean, head and shoulders right there for the drop. Boom again. Lost quite some steam. Why did it get so low though? And it just launched right back up like nothing. I, to be honest, don't like this one at all, really. From like it just looks too overpriced. I mean, it went from pennies all the way up to $100 in a couple months. Like, that's not realistic. So I see this as way overpriced. It's a bubble. I mean, I see it coming back down to 40 maybe. 40 around this area. If we go back below 40, we're going back here to 16. Let's see if we can try and catch support here at 75. But, like I said, this just looks like a bubble. Let's see, NVAX got 1.6 billion funding from the government for vaccine. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that was the news now, okay. I mean, if they're producing the vaccine, but so is Gillette. There's a lot of different people. Not Gillette. There it is. Yes, there we go. I know these people were supposed to be doing something as well for the virus too. But I mean, I think it just comes down to whoever creates it first, honestly. Like, I mean, all this funding is just to help them make it in the end. But whoever creates it and actually is able to distribute is the ones who are gonna, boom the most. And I don't see it being Novavax. Let's see here, what else? Let's see here. Is this recorded? Yes, it's recorded. So like when I'm done with this, I'll end the stream and then you'll be able to rewatch it whenever. Let's see here. Netflix. We'll do Netflix because Netflix has earnings. This is a Head and Shoulders I played a while back. That was awesome. And then we played the run up there, of course. We got our fib showing here. We're just soaring like nothing. Like nothing's ever happened to it. Like, come on. Come on, why can't I get it there? 73. Alright, it's not happening. But yeah, nice little let's see here. Okay. Okay. So Netflix has earnings. Okay. So Netflix has earnings the 16th as well. Okay, let's see here. That's Thursday. So I think Netflix is going to go crazy. Netflix is going to just completely start going nuts. Like, cause everyone was in quarantine. Like I said, these earnings numbers are going to be from COVID. So everyone was inside. Everyone was just spending money on Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu and all of that as well to just watch. That's why they surged so much when all of this stuff happened. They just went nuts. And honestly, this could either be just investors hyping up and they're gonna sell off on earnings day, or Netflix could just keep on killing it and they'll go up to 600. I can see Netflix 600 to 700. Let's see, nah, not 700 this week though. But like Netflix could possibly be like a $700 company within the next few months or so. But yeah, that's what I see with Netflix on the daily. Let's check on the 5 minute technical standpoint. Let's see here. So here's clear resistance showing. There's clear resistance shown at this level here, the 155 level, we'll say. So break above 155, we'll go to 160. And then if we have momentum still pushing up like we did here, then we'll go to 570, most likely. Because look at this, Netflix pumped $40 in a day. Netflix normally pumps for, let's see here. Let's say 490, 495, 496. 496 to 509. That's nearly not as much of a move as it had on Friday. So so if Netflix does hit 555 here, look for calls to 560, and then kind of look for some consolidation to happen, and then if there's movement again, look for it to shoot up to 565 and then 570. If we can't shoot up, look for Netflix under 154, or no, sorry, 544. Under this level right here, 544, look for it to 542. And then after 542, we're going to go down to 538. I could see Netflix doing a potential sell-off a bit before earnings, and then on earnings day, it's just gonna rip. I could see that happening as well, but we'll just have to wait and see for that one. But that's gonna be an interesting stock to watch this week for sure. Let's see here. J&J, Johnson and Johnson. Okay, well I can already tell you there's a clear support showing right here. At this level right here, we bounced perfectly right there. And then we had a nice breakout right here happen. We had a nice breakout right here. Let's see what else. But there's also this. Let me see, I'm probably just imagining stuff. I mean, maybe look for something like that, possibly. I mean, I'm kind of stretching it here with this trend line drawn, but I'd consider this a resistance here. If we can't break above this area, right? Let's see here. If we don't break above 143, we're probably gonna go back down into this trend to 142, and then we'll try and hit 142.50, and from 142.50 we'll go down to 142, and then 141.90. But honestly, there's not much with Johnson and Johnson. There's not much here to look at on the 5-minute chart, at least. Now let's see the daily. Daily, okay, clear support shown right here. Perfect. Let's see here. Kind of topped out right here. Tried breaking up, but I mean, only broke up for like a $3 move and came back down. Clear resistance here as well. Let's kind of adjust that a bit right there. Let's see here. So yeah, if we break this 141 level, look for 139.20, then 137.50, and then 128. And if we don't catch support at 128, then we're going back down to 116. But that's what I see on J&J from a kind of like a swing perspective, because on the daily chart it doesn't move too much for there to be enough of a move for an options trade, basically. I mean, let's see here. What is this? 141 or 142? You got a dollar move there. What is that? There it is. I'm just doing this to look at options. Alright, so what do we say? 141 or 142, so we caught a dollar move. 141 or 142. I mean, you're probably catching like a $50 move. No. You're catching like a $40 move, $42 move for every dollar J&J moves on a in the money contract here. That's how much you would be making normally, just from that move there. But you can see here how a $42 move doesn't happen often, because I mean it took it so long for it to just move all the way up here. And let's see here in the past. I mean here, yeah, of course it went nuts there. Went from 141 to 143, so that was a nice move. Same here, 141 to 143. But I mean here, like there's not much going on here for you to make any money off a contract. Especially, let's say we play this, what is it, 143.50 all the way up to 143.80. You're probably making like 10 bucks off of that move, if that. So J&J from like an options perspective, it doesn't look too good unless it has a nice jump like these moves. But other than that, I'd kind of leave it alone. Let's see here, what else? I did Pepsi, I did Boeing, Novavax, BA. Does anyone else have any stocks they want me to look at? Disney reopening. Yep. But that news was already released, so that move already happened. That news-based move already happened there, so don't look for too much of a news move based on just that news alone, because that move already happened. But what we can see here is they have earnings August 4th, which is right here. Okay, cool. So we kind of curved up here. We caught support at this area right here. Let me draw my tool. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, we're reaching a resistance point here in this general area. We can say it's, let me draw a box instead. It's about to rain again. This box right there. Okay, so this is our resistance zone, we'll say. So we gotta look for it in this area. If we get rejected off here, we're most likely going to go back down to 115. But if we keep on pushing up with the momentum and stuff, we should break this level pretty easy here. And then from 121, we'll go to 120, 124 basically. We'll go to basically like 124 area. From 124, we'll go back to 127. And then if we reach 127 before they have earnings, look to kind of stay stagnant in this area for quite a bit. Not quite a bit, but look to stay in this area for a little bit. We'll probably catch some consolidation again happen here. But I mean, if we don't reach here and we drop this level, then we have a double top that formed. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So there's your double top that would have formed if we drop at this level here. But like I said, if we break it, then we go up. And then we'll probably stay in this area for a little bit. But no, yeah, definitely the theme parks and them reopening is going to help Disney out tremendously. And it'll help them more out on not this earnings, but next earnings. I mean, this earnings, it'll help them out with the guidance because they can say, okay, we're reopening parks little by little and stuff like that. Let's see if they already have. No, nothing's posted for next earnings yet. But yeah, so don't look for that news to affect this earnings period too much because this is from pre-corona times. Or sorry, this is from corona time. So you can't, like I said, you can't kind of like compare it. Let's see here, what else? I think I'll do one or two more, and then I'll end it at 5 or 8 o'clock Eastern. So 4 more minutes. Let's see. Oh, let's see here. I see Snapchat. It's going to the moon. Let's see here though. Is that all there is? Let me make sure. Yeah, okay, cool. Wait, when did the IPO? In okay. It's only 3 years, okay, cool. So I like Snap. Snap is a good company, but I don't usually play them because they're low priced, and I don't like playing low priced companies for contracts for options. But from like a stock standpoint and an equity hold, like Snapchat is a very good long-term hold. I have Snapchat shares that I've been holding for quite some time now, just because I think it's a very good company. I bought them in at like 10, 12. I bought them in like this area right here. But I mean, all in all, I think Snapchat is a great company fundamental wise, and I think they're still growing too. They're still going to be growing. They're still going to get better with their app. I know for sure, because especially with their map settings now, they've been using the map settings to give major events and stuff that people can see. So they can see stuff that's happening across the world and whatnot from their phone with a live view on the maps that they have there. So what Snapchat is doing is they're gonna really up the ante with their app, is what I'm saying. They're gonna do a lot with it. And yeah, from a fundamental and technical, Snapchat is very good. But I mean, you have resistance showing here 26. Look for a pullback to possibly 23, from 25 to 23 for a nice bounce back up. Yeah, we also have a nice support showing here at 24.95. This 25 level basically, we'll say. Clear support showing with a high of 26.54. And then if we break this 25 level here, we're going back down to these levels here, which is 23, like I was saying, 23, 26 levels. But I mean, if we do reach these levels here, like again, we'll most likely bounce back up, because I was saying Snapchat is a good company. It's a very good company. Okay, let's see what else. What is? Okay, so yeah, we see the 0.786 bounce there. There's the 0.3821 there as well. And we're up here. Look for us to kind of bounce in the 20, like I said, this area right here, which is the 38.2 level, which is a key level as well. Remember, it's your 61.8 and your 38.2. Those are your two biggest levels when it comes to fib lines. So we see a clear bounce happen here at this level. So look for us to kind of go back here for Snapchat. Let's see. 459, I'll do one more. Let's see here. I see a lot of Neo, DraftKings, and Amazon. Let's see, which one do I... Fine, I'll do Amazon. Let's see here. Let me take this out. I mean, there's not for me much to look at here, I'm sorry. I mean, it's just shooting up constantly. There's no consolidation that's happened yet either at the top. No clear sign of resistance anywhere yet. I mean, right here, this is your only sign of resistance that happened, was this drop right here. So, I mean, and Amazon is just wild too. And, oh, when's their earnings? So it's July 23rd. They have earnings July 23rd, which is next Thursday. So that'll be huge. And these earnings reports will be from Corona times. So, you all know how Amazon did during Corona, obviously. So, we could see Amazon can potentially still go up, maybe even a 4,000. But, I mean, that'd be crazy. Look for Amazon realistically around like 3,000 to 3,400 if they do good on earnings. But let's see here. Hold on, let me look at futures. I forgot. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Futures are coming down. What'd I say? We didn't catch support here and now we're dropping. I told you guys. Now look at though. Boom. Let's see how we do. They're dropping a bit. Dropping quite a bit now. See here. Look at that. Look at that. Kind of dropping back down into Friday's range. Let's see if we can drop here. But okay, let's see Amazon. So yeah, again, Amazon is just nuts. It's going stupid. It's going crazy. But I mean, there's support that's being shown at this level here on the 5-minute chart for like a nice intraday trade. If you could catch this this 31.79 level here, then you should be good for calls all the way back up to 31.7. We'll say 31.78. Look from 31.78. Look for a bounce to 31.89. Look for a bounce to 31.89 from 31.75. But I mean, it's hard to tell you where the next resistance and stuff will be when this stock is just constantly going up and there's no, like, I mean, what is this? I mean, I can tell you that if it does keep going up, let's see here. You can consider this wick a resistance if you really wanted to. So this is a $15 resistance from where it's currently at. It's actually closed at 3,200 flat. Nice. But I mean, consider 32.15.28 as a resistance level. If we can't break that level, then look for us to drop, because I mean that's a big level. Then we'll just put that there. If we don't reach, if we drop here, then like I said, we'll go back down. Look for us to go to this area. It's 31.65 level. How will Apple do if the future is dropping? Apple's gonna drop with it. Apple's gonna drop with it, and VIX is gonna go up. Let's see here. What time is it now? It's 5:04. Alrighty, so that's all for today's Stock Talk, Sunday Stock Talk, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll do these every Sunday for you guys at this time, an hour after futures open, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe and leave a thumbs up.